Okay guys, real quick tutorial on installing your Zumo XT2 wiring wise. It's got to be hardwired, I guess, to make the best use of it. I didn't realize that till after the fact. I thought it was just going to be a SIG app plug-in, which I have on this Tenere T7. And again, this is on the Tenere T7 2021. And I'll show you quickly. I just put that electrical tester up there just to give you the idea that it's the electrical thing. So quick tips and tricks. Okay, you want to hardwire it. It comes with this wire harness in the kit that I have bought. I'll put that link down below on the XT2 for the Tenere T700. Okay, your live plugs are behind this body panel, and that's the body panel. Now it's quite simple. There's 3 star head screws. Those are super simple. And then the other little trick is you will have a couple of plastic plugs, plastic screws. Let me grab one of those so that you can see them and understand how they come out. Here's one. They also have the star head, as you can see, and you just unscrew it a little bit, pull it out, and you can see it's just a, what do you call it, pop rivet type thing, body panel. And those are down in the radiator guard area in the front of the panel. You'll see them. You won't miss them. They're on these tabs here in the front of the panel. Okay, so that being said, that panel will then rotate out, back, and you've got to release the directional. Here's the directional plug. And just to show you the tiny trick on that, you see that little thing? You can try to press down on it and lift up the thing, but it's easier if you just stick your fingernail under it and pull it up a little bit, and it slides right out. And that plugs into that little socket there once you get her back together. So this extra power lead is sitting right there, which is beautiful. So, well, let me go back to routing it real quick. I took the windshield off because it's so easy. The bolts are all fixed. So the windshield's over there on the box there. And that gives you the ability to run the cable. Now, one guy dropped the screen off to run the cable, but you don't need to. I just threaded it through. It took a little fishing, and it'll pop out like in front of this plate, but it also can pop out behind the plate, as you can see mine did. So if you fish a little bit, you just twist the ends of the wire together so that it becomes one, and then stab it through there, and it'll pop out behind the plate. You don't have to do that. You could run it down this crack too, but I just thought I'd stick it, further out of the way. Obviously your steering wheel is in here, so your fork, so they're sweeping by this, and you can see what I did. I just zip tied it to this other main cable so it would not brush up against the forks as you sweep the steering. As you know, when you sweep the steering, you're going to be catching that. And then I ran it out towards here, which I have this, it came with this these lights, as you can see. So I had this wire here, and you'll see a little place to zip tie it to that panel in the end. So once I get this up, I will zip tie these two to the white panel, the fairing panel, to keep this from sweeping into or running into the forks when they sweep through here. Now I didn't want to cut the wire just because they had, for some reason, attached this lead on here. And so I just said, oh, there's probably enough room to hide this thing. Now, we'll probably run into the panel a little bit, so you want to make it as flush as possible. So these zip ties are semi-tight right now, and I'm going to tighten them up when I'm done, and I will, they're nice and tight to the panel. And then the body panel should fit right over that when I'm done. But, okay, onto the electrical tricks. I'm going to put a link down below to the little bag of connectors that you can buy. It's cheap. It's like under $8, I think. And you get way more than you need. I only needed one, obviously, and I only need the male. So the female was here. This is already on the bike, at least in my case, and it seems to be in other bikes too. Now, here's the tip for you. See that groove? This thing was taped in there, and I left it there just because I could work with it there. The groove. So the groove being in that direction, if yours is the same, that means the hot will be on the left side, because I tested it with the tester that I showed you I had in the beginning. So, and it's a keyed lead, so you have to have the key to get some juice, so don't fool yourself and forget to turn the key on. And then obviously the ground is to the right. So in this orientation, with the groove up here and this little dent here, this female plug, which is right here, the hot is on the left, ground is on the right. This is my male that I got in the mail from Amazon, and I'll put that link below. Now the male There's a bunch of males in here and females, so you have both, but you only need one. And then, of course, they come with male and female crimpy things. And I don't have the best crimp tool, but you can make it work. I was thinking about soldering it. I didn't think it was necessary. It seemed to bite down good. And then they only go in one way. So let me look at a male. I'll get a male out for you. Yeah, male. I'm calling it a male, right? All right, so here's the little male. And they only go in one way. And if you look down the hole, you can see the tabs on the top of the hole, correct? Well, obviously those tabs, they made in to the males. Let me see if I can get some males out. There's a male. The male, or no, yeah, this is a female lead, or a connector, obviously. So this is a female connector. But you see that groove in the top of it? Get this to focus. Yeah, the groove in the top of it, that mates in to the, I'm going to try to keep this in the same orientation, the stuff on the top, those little catches on the top. So you see that? You can't screw it up because it only goes in one way. Now, you're pinching these on, this female, I'll call it, because the male is in the existing connector on the bike. Can you see? I got to get this thing to focus. There it goes. Okay, so you're going to crimp that on. It worked pretty good. That groove in the top of it mates into the plastic thing and clicks in. And that's how you get those in there. Now, just make sure when you're crimping that you get this crimped around the wire body so that it doesn't interfere while you slide it into this body. Which way am I sliding it in? Yeah, this side, because the tab is for pulling it out. So you're sliding them into this side. Okay, I hope that helps you guys. It's really quite simple. The hot lead is here. It's a keyed lead. The female's already here. You're going to install the male with the female connectors. On the left's the hot, the right's the ground. Keep this flush and out of the way. When you put your directional back in, you'll mate it in there. And then you can then slide this connector back into its little socket, as you can see. And then your panel, I'll trim these off and your panel will fit back on there. Just rotate her in because you might have crash bars on like I did. And then the windshield is so simple, 4 screws, it's off, 2 seconds. And you're able to thread that down into the hole. You're going to be on the left side of that, whatever thing that thing is, and you will fish out on the back side of this plastic plate, I believe. Yes, I did. And again, if you don't want to do that, you can come down the side rail, but it's nice and tidy and it works. You just turn the key on and you power up your unit. So there it goes. Yep. So that's the beauty of it. I hope that helps you guys. I don't think there's any other tips I got for you. Taking the panels off, super simple. A couple pop things in the front. Windshield's easy. Wire tie this up nice and tidy. Connector, you got the answers there. Thread the wire, you got the answers there. All right, take care, you guys. Appreciate any likes and subscribes. The links to these items will be down below. It's quite simple. Take care.